Was it just me or did May just fly by? So now we're at the end of May, and it's time to look forward to June. So I look forward to something that I like to do at the end of every month, just to kind of look forward to the next month and see what movies that are coming out, and put it into a nice little package. So let's get into this. Let's do a look forward at June. Alright, so let's start off with June 6th. On June 6th, we got a movie coming out called Dark Phoenix. X-Men Dark Phoenix. This is the last movie that Fox is going to do for the X-Men series. We do have New Mutants coming out, but that's been pushed back again and again and again. It's meant to be coming out in August, but that's technically going to be a Disney release, I guess. With the X-Men series, though, by Fox, we've had some of the best comic book movies ever made, but then at the same time, we've had some of the worst ones ever made. And that's including with the new ones with the new cast. So I'm excited to check this one out. It's a superhero movie. You know it's going to make alright money. Alright, so let's jump forward to June 13th. Now on June 13th, we've got one big movie coming out that I'm sure a lot of people are going to see, and then one movie that hasn't really been on a lot of people's radars. To be honest, I don't even think I've seen a trailer for it. I know there's got to be a trailer out there, and I'm going to actually look it up after the video, and it's a movie that I know my mum's really excited to see, so I'll probably go see it with her, to be honest. So first up, we're talking Men in Black. This is Men in Black International, which is going to take place around the world, it seems. Chris Hemsworth, to me, really lately is... well, not even lately. Chris Hemsworth is a really good comedic actor. He's got great timing and he has that real dry sense of humour. And I know before Thor Ragnarok, people didn't really see the humorous side of Chris Hemsworth, I guess. But since Ragnarok's come out, they've really been pushing for his comedic roles. So I'm really excited to see this one. It's going to be the fourth in the franchise, and it's going to be the first one without Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones as the central characters. And then secondly, we've got Tolkien. You know those movies, Lord of the Rings? You might not have heard of them. So basically, Tolkien's going to focus on the author who wrote the books. That's all I really know about it. I'm not super excited about it, but that's mainly because I'm not a huge Lord of the Rings fan. I know, I'm not into Game of Thrones either. I just can't connect with those Middle-earth kind of things. I don't know why, but all film's subjective. I'm gonna go see it though because I know my mum's really excited for it. Alright, so now let's look forward to June 20. June 20 is gonna be a huge week for two reasons. Reason number one, it's got two family movies that are going head to head. We have Toy Story 4 and we have Secret Life of Pets 2. Now we all know Toy Story 4 is gonna blow Secret Life of Pets 2 out of the water. Secret Life of Pets 1, yeah, it was pretty good. Plus it's got Kevin Hart in it as one of the voices. And you know I love me some Kevin Hart. Jumanji, I'm seeing you in December. We'll get to that in a few look forwards though. And now Toy Story 4 is coming out, and can I just see a show of hands who's gonna cry when that happens? Oh, just every single person in the cinema. Don't be ashamed to do it. I know you're gonna cry. And then the last movie that's coming out on June 20 is Child's Play. Now, Child's Play obviously isn't going to be as big as Toy Story 4 and things like that, but in the movie industry they call it counter-programming. If you have one genre of film, so say Secret Life of Pets 2 or Toy Story 4, and you, for some reason, aren't into family films or things like that, which I know people that aren't, but you like the more adult kind of films, then a lot of people are going to go see that because it's one of the only options out there. This happens a lot of time. You'll have a big action blockbuster and then they'll throw in a serious, smaller budget drama. So then people that don't want to go see an action blockbuster, they'll go see the smaller drama. Now, I'm a huge horror fan, so I'm probably more... It's a tough one to say, actually. I'm probably most excited for Toy Story 4, so that'll be the first review I do. But Child's Play, really excited to see it. Aubrey Plaza's in it from Parks and Recreation. Really love her. She's got that dry sense of humour. I think she's going to be a good fit for the role. And then Chucky, who is the little doll, Child's Play, whatever. He's getting voiced by Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill, if you don't know who he is, he's Luke Skywalker. And that's not the reason that I'm excited for it. The reason I'm excited for it is his second most noteworthy role. He plays the Joker in pretty much every animated TV show and movie since the 90s. So what I want you to do, close your eyes. I'm going to play a quick little clip and just have a listen to that voice and imagine it in a Chucky role.
All people should know there's plenty wrong with me.
Now that could be some good magic right there. So that's going to be a hella big week for reviews. But Child's Play isn't going to be big for long, because let's look forward lastly to the 27th of June. Now on the 27th of June, we've got two movies coming out. We have Yesterday and Annabelle Comes Home. Now when I heard they were making Yesterday, they basically pitched it as, which is what I'm going to pitch it to you as. Imagine a singer-songwriter who's not doing very well in the world, gets hit by a bus, there's a lightning strike, and suddenly nobody's heard of the Beatles. I know you've heard of the Beatles. And so he plays a song and they go, oh my gosh, who wrote that song? And he goes, the Beatles, obviously. He then continues to write the Beatles music and play it as his own. And he becomes obviously as big as the Beatles. But when I saw the first trailer and I saw the humour and the heart in it, it really did get me on board. And plus, I love the Beatles, so that's going to be a great movie to see. And then secondly, why I said Child's Play isn't going to last long is Annabelle Comes Home. Now this one does look awesome, but it's got a bit of a weird vibe to it if you've seen the trailers. So James Wan, who did The Conjuring, The Nun, Annabelle, all those series, they're all meant to be in a connected universe. Because these days, apparently everything needs to be in a connected universe. The MCU, the DCU, the Dark Universe. And so, spoilers if you haven't seen it, but it doesn't really matter if you have or haven't. The Warrens, who are in The Conjuring, and play a role in kind of all of the films, they keep all the items, the dolls, anything that's basically been possessed, they keep it in this locked room. And so it's basically if all the demonic things in the room got released and they all kind of joined forces together, like the evil Avengers, I guess. That's what the trailer looks like. And so I'm curious, but I also don't want it to be too corny. And don't get me wrong, I love a good corny horror film, but these movies have been set up quite serious and quite good, to be honest. I found that the Conjuring series really did reinvent the interest in horror movies lately. So I guess we'll see what happens. And so June, we got a lot of movies coming out. And if you're in Australia like myself, it's clearly winter now. I've started wearing my jumper. I don't want to over-exaggerate, but it was under 20 degrees today. I know. Bloody cold. Because if you live in Brisbane, it never gets cold. And under 20 degrees, you're not going outside. You've got hot water bottles. You're wearing scarves. You're wearing jackets. You're wearing gloves. It's ridiculous. But I digress. But if you're in America, it's summer movie season, and so all the big movies are coming out. Which is why, if you live in Australia, that's why so many movies come out in June, July, and things like that. All the big movies. So I'm going to be doing reviews for all of these movies, so make sure you hit that subscribe button, click notifications, because you'll want to know when the movie's coming out, whether you like to watch the review before the movie or after the movie. Either way, I'm happy that you guys are here. If you like this video, make sure you give it an old thumbs up. I'd also love to know what movies you're excited for, and I know I've missed a couple of smaller movies on this list, so make sure you let me know down in the comments below what movies you're excited to see, what movies I haven't talked about that you want to see, and tell me why you're excited to see the movies. And whilst you're at it, if you haven't had enough of me and you think, man, I could really use some more of Jacob, check out my other videos. I posted a vlog last week about why I love the movies. You should really check it out down below. I think it's quite cool. And also, I've linked below. Make sure you give me a follow on Instagram. I'm posting on my story daily, and I don't want to over-exaggerate this, but my Instagram is average. So thank you so much, guys, for watching. Make sure you give this a share to someone who probably doesn't know what movies are coming out, so now they know what movies are coming out. And as always, work hard and be lucky.